Elsinore is like Copenhagen, an old town, also 800 years old, and it has always been a town where a lot of things are going on, because it was here that the foreign ships arrived when they, for the first time when they arrived in Denmark, and therefore there have always been many foreign sailors in Elsinore. Elsinore is
Courtyard Castle, Hamlet's house, huh?
Yes.
here in Elsinore. And here we go, in case you would like to take a trip to Sweden. It's now, ladies and gentlemen, 2 ferries leave the port of Elsinore.
That's neat.
You got that?
Yeah.
Look at the great statue you got. Lucky.
Karen says that's pretty
So an hour ahead.
That's Sweden right over
Yeah,
there.
that's Sweden. You're right.
Yeah, this very special statue is made by a Danish sculptor called Tegner. And I heard some of you say it's rather ugly. I absolutely agree.
Oh, Gil, this is nice. Look.
This is Hamlet's castle?
Yeah.
So did Shakespeare come here, or he just...
Yes, this is where he wrote it, she said.
Oh.
Look at the left and right. Do we want at the end?
Thank you. Wait a minute.
Or does that say 1690? It couldn't be 1690.
1690.
Where is she? Oh, she's over there. Look at some of the people. Look at a snapshot. Come here, please.
Is that the ugly duckling? There's Hans Christian Andersen's ugly duckling. I don't know.
Castle with the boat and the swan.
Yeah. She said the ugly duckling too, just as...
Humboldt, which you see here today, that is not this building, but the first building which was built here at this spot was built already 1420 as a part of the fortification of this area of the country. But it was not until the middle of the 16th century that Humboldt was built in the shape like this. It was the Danish king, Frederick II, who decided he wanted to build a magnificent Renaissance fortification, both with regard to being able to defend the area, but also with regard to making a beautiful palace for him and his queen.
Kronberg. Did she say that they do Hamlet here inside the courtyard?
Yeah, players from England. They
Romantic.
wait till it's dusk, and then they put candles on.
Well, I should go in there to buy the tickets. For those who would like to do that in the meantime, there are restrooms over there. But as soon as you're finished, please come back here and remain here until I get back to you. You have to go to
1584. Wow. Is that the dungeon?
Can you see that?
quarter past 11 o'clock.
Did you film that?
Yeah.
Wow.
You want to tell me what it is?
Wait, as soon as this man walks by. Now? About Hamlet, is performed here at Hamlet's Castle. They perform it after dark with candles, and these are costumes used by the various actors when Hamlet is performed.
Ballroom and banquet hall. Oh my goodness, it's enormous.
This is, yeah, you can talk. This is the chapel. They loved bright colors. You see all the bright color on the detail.
Look at the detail of that.
And there's a few others here that are quite attractive.
On the pews, you see a number of small coats of arms, belonging to the Danish castle.
So where are we looking now?
Do you want somebody to take our picture here of Fredericksburg Castle as we go in?
Is it Friedrichsburg or Fredericksburg?
I don't know. Probably you're right. Fredericksburg. Do we want one right here?
Well, here's where it is.
Let's get a shot of the two of us.
Okay.
You can ask our guide right here. Okay? Would you do us a favor? Would you do
Does it look like Chambord?
Chambord? Good Chambord. Quite symmetrical.
We go through pictures in about 5 minutes.
That was a good place to get it.
To get a what?
A good shot of the two of us with the castle. I think we'll ask somebody else to take one of the two of us. Did we do that?
Sure.
We'll ask this young man who's, we're going to do one front row seat. Are you ready?
Tell me what we're seeing.
I believe it's Fredericksburg Castle.
Is it Fredericksburg or Fredericksburg?
It's one or the other. It was very nice. I like the top.
You give a commentary for your...
Luckily, you're in the bicycle lane,
Yes.
so you do take your chances. Whoops, there goes the bicycle.
I think you're right.
We'll give a correct
I would be,
for you.
okay?
Don't lose you, Gil.
Okay.
Gil, want to be in my picture? I'll do one more. This is a great show. Could I have to look at this? Should I get you available?
Sure.
Okay. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Gil, you ready?
Yeah.
Quick, yeah, they're coming this way. Okay,
This is the courtyard in Friedrichsburg Castle. Beautiful. That's one with the caduceus. What's it called?
the rose room. When you spoke in here, it was secret. A rose was over the table, and you couldn't speak about it anywhere else.
And the
Look how
deers
the
with
antlers
antlers?
are. Just it's interesting. The whole ceiling is very interesting. See, you got a bird up there. I wonder if we go back out the same way.
I don't know. Wow. You jump in, and there's birds.
Look at that. I think that's the oldest organ in Europe, as I recall. That's
Is it
an
really?
organ. Yeah, one of the places we're going today has the oldest organ in Europe.
Could be.
This is the chapel.
Dannebrog or the elephant, the order must be returned to the Queen. And the Queen herself has an order of the elephant which belongs to King Christian V. He was king of Denmark in the latter half of the 17th century. So all the little elephants have a history of their own. The organ here is a very special organ. It's called the Copenhagen organ after the man who made it. He made it in this.
This is awesome.
Yes, this organ, the oldest organ in Europe, built 1066. That's impossible. 1600. Made a mistake there. It's 1610. See all the Latin writing across the top?
You speak Latin? You speak Latin?
This organ was built in the 16th century.
Who knows?
Is that your coat of arms?
Who knows? I don't know. It's got a cross on the bottom. It was a mixed marriage.
There's one below.
Want to
too.
take one?
Was first of all to punish the pirates because they came and attacked Copenhagen, but also to force them to become Christians. Christianity was introduced in Denmark in the years 900, and the people down at Rügen were not Christians yet. They belonged in other kinds of gods, especially in the god called Svantevit. And you see a statue of this heathen god there, which is broken and taken away because this detriment with his life. It's an absolute beautiful plant. The riding gear on the horse is also something which can be seen today over at Rosenborg. It's a great show, one can say. Today, when the royal family drives through the streets of Copenhagen, sometimes they do it in coaches with horses in front, sure, but also very often they use cars. And today, of course, for such occasions, they take a fantastic Cadillac or Bentley or whatever. But in these days, they took a beautiful horse and put on wonderful riding gear. You can see money and flowers were thrown in the streets for the poor people. And up here in the window, you can see a gentleman with grey hair and a beard in profile. It's a compliment of the artist to the man who paid for the painting, the brewer, Mr. Jacobsen. Okay.
I think they come out.
It's not going to come.
There was a day where everybody went to pay their tribute to the Danish king, Friedrichsburg, who introduced absolutism in 1660. I already told you that. It meant that the kings had this divine power from God, and that the sons automatically succeeded their fathers when the father died. And here you see a number of the citizens of Copenhagen, but the reason why I stop here is that some of these buildings can still be seen in Copenhagen today. I know some of you did the sightseeing tour yesterday, but I think not all of you. So I start here.
This is right among the
Here you
nine.
see Holman's Church. It's a church of the royal family and of the royal marine. It was here Queen Margrethe married Prince Henry, 1967. Here you see the Stock Exchange, one of the most famous buildings in Denmark. And you see the Dragon's Tail Tower. And on top you see the three crowns symbolizing Denmark, Sweden and Norway. All these buildings here have all gone. Here you see the Copenhagen Castle, which was a terrible old house, damp, humid and awful, and it was here until 1730.
Wow. So what day is today, Janice?
Friday.
Friday, the 12th? 12th
Yes.
of July.
Just not Friday
6:30
the
a.m. in the
13th, huh?
morning, and we're arriving in Rostock, Warnemünde, Germany, and we're going to grab some breakfast and then go down to a public train and greet Dove, or he's going to greet us.
And
Finally made connections with him. He'll be the one with a yarmulke, which will be interesting in Germany. And we're going to see him in the next 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
It's pretty weird being here.
Pretty weird being here. So this is the port of Rostock. Rostock is the city, and Warnemünde is the port. I film in our library.
Yeah, it's pretty nice that we actually have a library shelf where we
We
can
do.
keep all of our books and things.
You know, we have Copenhagen, and we've got cruise
A library
books.
book, Stockholm. How come we don't have an
Our
Estonian book?
Our spreadsheet for the trip, and ice water, which we're going to
Well,
need.
the spreadsheet is so when we wake up, we know which country we're in and what we're supposed to do.
Which country are we in?
And then our trusty water bottle.
Germany.
It's $2.50 to buy water, so we keep refilling with fresh water every day. Not a bad idea.
So we're off to breakfast.
Yes, we are. We're in train now.
Oh, I see.
So where are we?
Catch my breath. We are in Rostock. It turns out there's 4 trains. There are not 2 trains, and you have to keep changing platforms. But we're having an adventure, learning a little Chinese. We've got our tickets.
Was that Shanghai? Shanghai or Taiwanese?
Hong Kong.
Then we've
Also
got
Hong Kong.
our second itinerary. Here's what we're doing. We started in Warnemünde.
Yeah.
We're in Rostock. Then we're going to Oranienburg, and then we're going into Lichtenberg. And each time we change trains and we run to the next platform in 3 minutes. What's all this business? They said the trains would be easy. It didn't turn out to be true.
Surprise.
But here's more of our group. Hi, people we know from the train station.
So you want to tell me where we are?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to take your picture with the sign. We have to wait till we...
Hopefully we're on the right track.
We're in Oranienburg. We
Yeah.
started off in Warnemünde, went to Rostock.
Rostock.
Now we're in Oranienburg, and then we go to Lichtenberg. If this is this,
And then we go
when we
Wilhelmshaven?
arrive, we'll either be in Berlin
Yeah.
or in Prague. Okay, as the train starts to move, I want to take your picture with the sign. So will you look at me so I have the train? Oh, it says it right here. Could you put that in?
You want to tell me where we are?
We are here, and Dove is here. We actually made it.
Oh, there's Dove.
Well, I think we sat in first class without paying, too.
Yes. We're in Lichtenberg in East Germany.
Never mind, you see us.
Oh, okay.
We go here because here is not lining up with the Bahnhof Zoo.
Oh, I see.
It's west.
Janice? We're in Berlin, Lichtenberg.
And we have Dove here.
The
We're looking.
mountain of light.
Is that Lichtenberg?
And we're
yes, Licht is light.
Oh,
That
Licht-
berg is a mountain.
Mountain of Light. And we're waiting to get picked up by Uri.
And look at the sky.
אורי, איפה אתה נמצא?
We can get the recording of this conversation going.
בסדר, אנחנו בכביש.
We meet Uri.
You want some to put something in the trunk? No.
Uh-huh.
The underground goes below. No, the US was at the DDR government, even if it works through the West, they were the bosses. And the U went via the East, stations were blocked,
Deteriorating East Berlin. East part of Berlin.
This is already classical or neoclassical. So it's also reconstruction. It's new, but this looks new. You see here this the trolley, and it reads like this.
Yes.
The third public means of transportation is this
The trolley.
Straßenbahn.
They're all yellow.
Yeah, but I don't know why at the early 60s at the west part of Berlin, 100 years ago, the very first
train station.
U-Bahn here started. And therefore, but at the first part it was the underground, it was above, and we still have the narrow style. It's the only train in Berlin that is old-fashioned. And you see the little towers?
Oh, yes.
That's the bridge.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
that's the
cute.
bridge.
I told you, it's
It's
the
very
most beautiful.
cute.
It's the most beautiful bridge in Berlin.
See the two little towers there? The train going under it?
Yes. What's the name of the bridge
We
again?
will see them. It's
The Oberbach. Over the
It's
bridge.
adorable. It looks like Disneyland.
Yeah. It is
Here we
medieval style, redone. Look here, in left and right you have the river. That's the Spree.
That's the Spree it is.
The river. And this was the border also. It's the best and the Turks don't want to show the Turks in Berlin. Because we are in Kreuzberg, we are in the middle of Hin und Her,
This is,
which is the center.
Turkish area.
And you have like the Turkish shish kebab and so on.
400,000 Turks in this.
400,000.
350 to 400,000.
And 15,000 Jews. And
50. I thought he said
Okay, no, the second, third
15, I
generation,
thought,
they learned here,
and
you see,
40,
look here at the woman.
5,000
You can
Which
see
Palestinians.
woman?
here on the left.
Yeah.
It's not a German
Oh,
woman,
yes,
it's a Turkish
yes.
woman.
Yeah.
Internet cafe.
Yeah. No,
Eating.
Turkish market.
see, they developed the line of selling groceries, selling food and religion. Look at sculpture. The east and west meet. You see two men?
Yes. Oh, Gil, they're like they're tall white
Yeah.
things.
Look here. There's a new sculpture. The east and the west meet.
That's very. How new is that sculpture?
It's now
After the war.
And now you
did
get
you
off
see
a
that,
couple
Bill?
of minutes.
I
You see
missed
the
it.
part. No, you've seen it. It's too far to get the photo. No modern.
Ah, that's a narrow train.
Yeah, it's the only
100
one.
years old.
Look here.
Here it says
starts.
East Side Gallery. Look.
Yeah, אבל תתן להם לצלם.
So this is the wall.
This is the wall, part of the wall.
Ah, you see the wall?
Uh-huh. You know, we have a part of the wall in Los Angeles. We have the Reagan Library, and they have a section of the wall.
Ah, they brought over.
Yes.
And here you see they made a Star of David.
There is an, yes, you see
With
the Star of
German
David?
flag, and here they stopped Israel and so on. So they have them for the demonstration anti. I mean, what happens is they left this part of the wall. They left this part of the wall that it should be seen. It's over it's at the banks of the river. From time to time,
This is the Berlin
bring
Wall.
the artist. They paint. But in Berlin, they have so many all over Germany. Graffiti youngsters. The paint doesn't remain too long, very fresh or very untouched. And you can see like it is. Oh, here's the famous kiss, Brezhnev and all.
Oh, yes. I got it.
Got it? It was the famous kiss, Brezhnev and Ulbricht, the president.
Brezhnev and who?
Walter Ulbricht. It was.
The guy from Berlin. Yes.
From the DDR.
I didn't have any idea how
I
long
didn't know it
was.
was this big a section.
Yeah, they left this as
Reminder? as a reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought most of it was down.
It is. It was all along the city. It was all along
What's the name of the street that we're on?
We are now, here you can read, we are here. Mühlenstraße.
Mühlenstraße.
Mühlen. You have to always, you see, when you see two dots on the above of
The umlaut.
yeah, it's the umlaut. Exactly. If you see two dots, it makes it be very close to Alexanderplatz. Look this building here.
Yes.
This is our big mayor. Here's our Mayor Override.
What is that building?
It is called the Red Municipality. This is the above City Hall. Here's the Boverite I mentioned. This is the City Hall, the official for entire Berlin.
Is that the place Kennedy gave his
No,
speech?
this was
That's
the
a different
east.
city hall.
When he was in Berlin, the city was divided. He gave the speech in Schöneberg. It's a different part.
Different place.
But this is after the reunification. This is the place where the above mayor of Berlin, the mayor of the state of Berlin, reside and has his office. When state guests come to Berlin, here they are welcome. And this is called the red. You see the red brick?
Yes.
This is called the Red City Hall of Berlin. Then we have again the communist style of the selling all kinds of confection,
Oh, it's a market.
and fruit, vegetables.
Farmer's market.
Yeah, look Berlin. It's above.
Yeah.
Over.
Uber. So this is the state of Berlin.
Well, on the house, did you see the clock tower?
And this here with the big dome.
Yes.
This is
that's the Berlin Dome.
That's the Berliner Dome.
Oh, wonderful.
Now we try to get up.
And this over here, this...
It's the Alexanderplatz.
No, this right over here to the left.
This is the little church, the Marian Church,
Ah.
St. Mary Church.
Do you want to go to the top, Janice,
Yeah.
if we can?
Yes, if it's not a big.
So compare the other towers around the world. Federation Great Towers, Prague Tower, the John Hancock Tower in Chicago, Tashkent Tower in Uzbekistan. Eiffel Tower.
Very first synagogue of Berlin. The very first synagogue of Berlin.
was that?
At the
Was right here?
beginning, at the beginning of the 18th century.
On Jugendstraße.
First 50 families
Right
in
here.
Berlin have fought. And
Alexander
once,
Tower.
after about 100 years living in Berlin, they're permitted to have a synagogue. Unfortunately, there are nothing traces, but you see just the name, Judenstraße, the very first synagogue of Berlin. It was part of the former old palace of the times of the Kaiser. They just moved it, and so it's here, but it belonged to the old, it belonged to the Schloss.
And the Maria Church.
It's an old train station. And here,
Did you see that?
This is where
it
the
was
former is the Mea Sharim.
The Hasidic Eastern European Center of Ostjuden. The Ostjuden were the Jews of the East. They were so different of the West Juden who were cultured. And here you see the bridge, and here.
אתה תראה לי איתה?
כן,
אקי שמה, תלך לצד יהודה יקום. אתה יודע איפה קפה רימון היה?
בהחלט.
Old Jewish
That's just
section.
an old building.
Yeah, this is the old Jewish section.
Restaurants and movies and a Jewish theater. And here is also a sad story, like a heroic story. There was here a factory of brushes of the blind. And it was owned by a Gentile, and he saved Jews at the factory.
Wow. Somebody famous?
Yeah,
Was
Otto
that
Weid. Otto Weid, not
I
Schindler.
thought you were going to say Otto Schindler.
No, Schindler was in Krakow. This was here in Berlin, smaller. Still, he is one of the righteous.
Really? Is he buried in Yad Vashem?
No. Jewish music, Jewish plays, Yiddish, and we have I'm familiar with both managers because I'm also in the music. And we have another place, we have no Israeli Jewish theater again.
Really? I'm
permanent
glad to hear that.
They always have a tree and they have sun.
Interhof, an
Yeah,
Innerhof, and inner yard.
I love all the flowers.
This is typical.
Very attractive.
It's summer. Berlin is very cold in winter, long winter, but with the summer. And the blind, many of them Jewish. And he said that the brushes are needed for the industry of the war. And he saved people, he closed the room, like he built a
What's
wall.
his name again?
Otto Weid.
Otto Weid.
And he saved Jews. There is an author, she is called Inge Deutsch. Who were blind to make the brushes. And he saved them.
Otto Weid?
Huh.
1940 to 45.
I'll get it after you. I just want to
We can end.
This is into the blind factory where Jews were saved by Otto Weid.
Exhibition because of the people who were saved, because he dared his own life to save Jews.
Now, which person is he
He
in that
is the
picture?
Otto Weid. I think it's this gentleman.
Right in the front.
Yeah, and this was his Jewish
Why don't you
secretary.
say
friend.
Otto Weid. Oh, and these were the individual desks where they made brushes.
Yeah.
Look, they have their
An old
pictures. even.
stove.
Yeah, they have each
You only
one
have their
Or heater.
picture with their story.
Uh-huh.
Very interesting.
And here, you see here, which, like this was the hidden room. Like here, they put like a wood, like a wall with like wood and a door. It
It was
a
fake,
door.
like the bookcase for
Yeah,
Anne Frank's
exactly,
house.
exactly. And this was the room where they saved people.
They can hide in
They
there.
can hide here.
Wow.
They had also an oven not to freeze, but it was like
To
not-
keep warm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not very big.
Here you can see that's the names of the families. Horn and Stanger and Horn. They were.
This is after they were deported to Auschwitz.
Yeah. I mean, he could say that somebody has betrayed them.
Pictures. Oh, that one. I like that because it shows his whole family.
Yeah.
Now, Gil, here's this guy's whole family. And Gil, here's where you want to come. Yeah.
They made it look like Hebrew letters, but it's written Jude, Jew.
And you, okay, you do, you have to wait.
Yeah, we were,
Get the view out the window here.
they
Did you
were,
get the view out the
some were
window?
deported to Theresienstadt.
Gil, did you get the view out the window here? Wow. I never even heard of this place.
So some actually were deported to Theresienstadt from here.
Well, I think you can see.
There's a
And then
bullet.
you've got the view of where we almost got to go.
Okay.
And since the Jews didn't live like in a shtetl, in a ghetto, they become scholars. And they want
It's the oldest Jewish cemetery
I
in
just
Berlin.
looked.
It's the oldest,
He could tell you about it right on the video.
yeah.
The oldest senior citizens home, Jewish citizen home, where here the Gestapo had 1942 sent all to Auschwitz. Here there was the oldest Jewish cemetery. They have vanished everything. They demolished all the tombstones. Some tombstones we see at the wall, and Moses Mendelssohn's, which was the most famous one,
It stayed?
is redone.
Oh.
And this building was the first better high school. Then the Nazis took over. It's again the Jewish high school in Berlin.
I know there's a concert hall that's in Nuremberg. My friend sings with a Jewish chorus, and they. That's the one. You want to go stand by it and have to take it right here?
This is of the deportation, yes, of Jews from Berlin.
Gil, would you like to be
The
in
memorial. Yes.
the area here?
After the war, here, this is how originally Moses Mendelssohn's tomb looked like. This is Moses Mendelssohn, like a painting. After the war, when the war was over, 45, they had buried also here Gentile soldiers and whatsoever that were injured by the war. So they even
More than 10,000 Jewish people were buried here.
Henchback, he was not very good looking, but he was a genius. And he has written so many books, and he was a friend of big German philosophers and Jewish big scholars like
This is all that's left in the
Lessing,
graveyard.
who has written the book Nathan the Wise Man, was a friend of...
Oh, Nachum the Wise Man.
Yeah, Nathan the Wise Man. No. Moses Mendelssohn, he married a rich girl, Guggenheim.
Guggenheim?
Her father had this silk factory.
Uh-huh.
And his son was already a bankier and converted. And his...
This is the remnants of what the Gestapo destroyed in the cemetery.
If you turn here, Gil, and you get, it's just all grass.
I
They
saw
just
that. I had
leveled
that.
the
Once
whole
all
thing. It was all tombstones.
Which
All the golden domes.
Yeah.
You see them?
Redone.
Come from where I am, but don't get too close.
we'll get closer. That's the synagogue.
Whack.
And all behind this quarter, street to street, many of them called
Done in the Moorish style.
which means like the stable quarter, was the Mea Sharim, the religious quarter of
One of the men that's on our
Look
trail.
at this. Outside of Warren Restaurant, where Joe knows the owner.
He sat next to Ingrid Bergman at a play, and afterwards they talked, and he asked her to have coffee with him, but she said no.
righteous, and he is keeping faith for God. And this was just the entrance. And we just have the first, only the one part of the synagogue is renovated.
So what does that say in Hebrew?
It's פיתחו שערים ויבוא גוי צדיק שומר אמונים.
Which
Means open the gates, comes the righteous person, faithful for God. Century designed to be classical museums. No, the Germans were kind of
Could you?
loved art.
Bergman Museum.
Yeah. Could you? I know we're in a hurry. Could you just take the two of? We could get the tall tower and the Pergamon. Gil, come on over here.
This is the Bergman
I guess you
altar.
can't be in my picture. I'm sorry. Could you?
The Greek Empire, which is today Turkey, part of Turkey, Pergamon. But you see, this is how it was complete, and we have just a part, like you see, part with the steps, like this part.
They have an awful lot of them. They're missing a lot of little figures on the top. Whoa.
They're not missing much. Third century BC.
I don't know if the line's going to come out.
I know.
No, I brought the wrong camera in. I need to go right. Hold on. I'm going to go where there's a rail. Yeah, that's okay.
The muscles. This was all out of marble versus the terracotta warriors in China, which were out of terracotta.
How many years ago was this?
3000 BC.
What is it?
3000 BC.
So we're talking 5.
Steadily to
You know what this looks like? This looks like Ephesus.
It does look like
it is the same. It is the same time, the same architecture. And look at the floor.
Look, you can go up there.
You could go up there. Here, from here.
Yeah, why don't you let me go up and you take my picture?
Okay, go ahead.
Here it is like at 200 BC means.
Oh, so it's
we are-
about 2,200 years ago.
Yes.
Gilt's 2,200 years ago.
That's the portion they took at the end.
Yeah. Gil, you're approaching.
Look here.
Wow.
Ishtar's Gate. They reproduced the whole thing.
Here you can see this is the small section.
It's not so small.
Pergamon, and here Smyrna is Izmir, and here Izmir you were in Ephesus. So this is Pergamon. You see, it's north of Ephesus, and
Very close.
here's Palestine, and Ishtar is like Babylonian, and the
This is in Babylonian times. You see where it is?
This is you don't see anything like this anywhere else. Anywhere. For the rest of we've seen museums. This is
No.
It's got Corinthian columns.
Corinthian column.
This is good here.
Antenapolis, it was probably a city called. Look here, this balcony. If you want to have in your mind,
I can't take the picture.
if you want to have in your mind the temple in Jerusalem, look at the pillars.
Oh, yeah, it's Corinthian columns
Yeah,
there.
okay, but no, the size.
The size, is that what the temple in Jerusalem is like?
First,
The first,
Did you know the first temple in Jerusalem had columns that big?
yes, I
can't, I guess I can.
I take a journal that's called the Biblical Archaeology Review. Are you familiar with that? And, and one
this
of
I'm familiar with.
and one of
Here, they didn't invent it here. It was geometrical forms.
I have to tell you.
Also, the Star of David is a geometrical form.
forms.
It's not even good. When I see one, I get a little unhappy, but I've seen none.
You mean
probably
in-
see them around.
Do you mean in the center?
Yeah. Let me just see.
University, אתה עושה סיבוב שלם שם? קצת עד השלוש לחזרה. We are here at the Unter der Linden.
Oh, this is the Unter der Linden.
The trees are called so, but they are probably new.
Are they linden trees?
Yes.
That's what they are. Okay.
And this is one of the main boulevards
Unter Linden.
of the elegant Schloss, State Opera, Comic Opera, University, museums. On the left, Humboldt University, the oldest university of Berlin. And this is here, we won't get off. At the center, they have a glass bottom where they look with the bikes, and you see empty shelves. This is a sculpture of an Israeli artist, Mita Ullman. This is the burning of the book. Exhibition here. Next one. And here
The state of what?
Look at the opera.
Oh, the opera.
Right there.
look at the sculptures. Look at the bridge. Look at the bridge. And here is the big cross.
Oh,
The fountain, the next to it, here is the big cross. Look at all the sculptures. This was like boulevard of the Russian Emperors.
can you take that?
Yes,
That's at
certainly.
the opera. I can't get it.
Not certainly. You just tell me, I do it. Here also. Taka, taka. Fast.
Is the opera house on the right and the left?
No. We have one opera, and the next one I show is the comic opera. No, this is the new guard, the Neue Wache. It is almost the eternal light for the fallen soldiers.
Oh, it's like the Tomb of the Unknown.
At the communist time.
Oh, here, let
they
me have
had
it back.
here-
I see a shot. Thank you.
At the communist time, they had here.
Did you get this on the left? This is really.
At the
except
communist
it's
time,
really
they had
far.
here over the soldiers guarding. And at the end of this street is the Brandenburg Gate.
Ah.
And at the end of the Brandenburg Gate is the Siegessäule. And we will see, we won't achieve it, the cupola, the glass, it's too short. We will see the Reichstag with the glass door, we'll see from outside. It will be too short, it will be again lining up on the end with the Soror.
What did you say that's not
We
true?
rather see also something of the West Berlin.
Where is the bears?
At the time, 50, 60 years ago before the war. Now we have again here Galerie Lafayette and Hofmann and so on. We have these beautiful shops and redone. The French Dome. The next one is the German Dome. In the
French
middle
Dome.
you have the Schauspielhaus. It is here also open air concerts. It's one of the most imperial,
Look at that
beautiful
place as
places
well.
of Berlin.
I'm
Give me
going to
your
let you
camera.
take a picture for me. Thanks.
So this is the French
This
dome,
is the first is the French Dome.
and the one in the center, what is
The one
that?
in the center is the Schauspielhaus. It's the theater, classical theater.
Classical theater.
I have the fence in front of it. Doesn't have the picture. The dirt is because they had yesterday here an open air concert, and that is the German Dome.
The German dome.
Yeah. Then Brandenburg Gate, the
bridge
Holocaust
size.
Memorial, Future Memorial Park. But this is Friedrichstraße. It was dreary, dead, grey 10 years ago. It's again
Very
one of,
fashionable.
it's
isn't it?
again one of the busiest downtown shopping area with a
Huh.
big. This was east. You see again. Soon we will hit also the west. The big green lungs of Berlin was.
I didn't know he was Jewish.
He
He's a-
converted.
I didn't. He converted to become Jewish. Or
No, he
from
converted to
Jewish.
the Protestant, like the big ones, because guys like Mendelssohn Bartholdy to become integrated. This would be the memorial of all
Right in
the
here?
Jews. This here.
Wow.
The memorial, like those
Pretty
stones.
big.
2,300 stone would be the memorial. Yeah,
Oh, there's a sign.
here, like this.
There's a sign. I'll get the sign. Whoop. Oh, there's a tree.
One moment. There.
And get the bears on the other side. Look, the bears on the other
Okay.
side in a circle. Give me your camera. Dennis, look the bears on the other here. Look here. Look on my side.
Oh, how cute. I like those. It's like where we see a bunch of cows on this. They have every cow. Thank
All
you.
the bears.
The bears.
And here we are at the back of the Brandenburg Gate. This was the border again. And the cupola and the Reichstag. This is the Brandenburg Gate. It's
I'll let
covered.
you take my
It's
pic-
covered. It's covered.
Oh, it's.
Yeah, they renovated it. It's still covered, but it's the Brandenburg Gate. Believe me, it's the gate.
I believe you.
It's the gate.
Oh, there's a Brandenburg Gate covered.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a
Look at
bummer.
that.
Oh, so you get to take a picture of their picture. That's funny.
That's terrible.
Oh.
For the visit of Bush, they made it covered here at the White House.
Oh.
And this is the
Oh, there's
building.
something on the left.
This is the building of Max Liberman. And that's
Killed.
that's the Reichstag.
Oh, that one you can take a picture
I
for
tell.
me.
And here you see like bodies, like names.
Yes.
Those are names of those who tried to escape from east to west. and
I'll
were
take
shot.
my camera. I'll take that one because I can get it from here. Thank you. We saw a whole special they had on the wall. It was called Tear Down This Wall. It was wonderful. Did you see the bodies? Those are people who died escaping over the wall.
The crosses in the book. It's crosses, not bodies. It
It's
look
crosses.
Oh, they're from
It
here.
looked like bodies.
I
I-
thought it was too.
Like, because of shortage of time, we won't go up to the cupola. But it's like I gave you the postcard.
Uh-huh.
It's this with those mirrors. The Reichstag was burnt down 1933. It's now again the head where the Parliament of Upper General Germany meets, and the cupola. You see the
Oh, it's
construction there.
on the right
That's
was
the
east.
Chancellor's. Yeah, this is the new Chancellor's and the government buildings. I showed you the postcard. And all along on the left, big figure up to the Palace of Victory. Here, that's the Bundestag. Look here.
I'll let you take my picture
Yeah.
again because I
Look.
can't.
Guck mal, wie das schön.
Yeah, you see the line up, you never do it.
What is that?
That's to go up to the cupola. You see, we would have lined up an hour.
Oh, right.
To go up to the cupola?
Yeah.
Of the
For what?
Reichstag.
Now the Reichstag was the
the
parliament.
Don't you remember from
And
the
what is the
Bundestag?
what's the Bundestag?
Bundestag is sitting here
What is
in
the
the
Bu-
Reichstag.
What is
The
the
Reichstag is the old name,
Ah, so this is the
German
new one?
Reich,
Yes.
and the Bund is after the war.
Oh, I
The
see.
Reichstag was named at the time of the Weimar Republic. It's the old name, Weimar in the Weimar
And
Republic.
what is this here in the center?
This is now the governmental office in the
Oh,
office of
governmental
the
office.
Prime Minister.
Oh,
And here you see das deutsche Volke, dem deutschen Volke. It's for the German, it's for a Jewish guy made those bronze things. It's for the German nation.
really?
Thank you for the picture.
You continue. I want to just to have a
Very
shape.
interesting.
We call it
Honey, very interesting shape.
No, he was
we
talking
call
about
it
these bells.
Schwangere Oster. Oster, it's a kind of a fish, like a dolphin, but when it's pregnant.
Ah.
So, what is this to the right here?
I said a Congress hall and a
Oh, a Congress
meeting.
hall.
We called it
I see to you, and this is closed now because of,
Oh,
the Love Fest.
yeah, we were treat of the 17th of
this one
June
by
at the Siegessäule. Die Straße auf den 17. Juni. And the best the goddess of victory.
Oh,
You saw that, the tower? You saw?
yeah.
He said it couldn't east. Here we had our Independence Day.
Philharmonic.
And Israeli Independence Day was celebrated. And on the right, we have this huge garden, which was the hunting area of the Jews.
And what is the
Old zoo,
this is the old zoo.
this is the aquarium, and this is the broken church, the kind of church. This is the highlights of Berlin. Is here.
Oh, look at that.
And everything here are the
Oh,
highlights.
that
you
would
have.
be nice. Thank you.
Highlights of it.
You realize I can't take pictures because you're using the picture window. So
Give
I'm
me your
gonna-
camera.
Oh, camera?
This is, look here, the entrance
Here.
to City. The zoo is about 120 years old, and they made it like look
Thanks.
only not just paint. So here we are in a bomb church.
Wow.
Oh, that's the Kaiser Wilhelm
And this
Church.
church is like the new one,
This is the new.
the new and the old. This is
Wow.
the
New one.
center
Wow.
of the center of the center of West Berlin, and here we are close to the Kurfürstendamm. So
Follow.
this is West Berlin, crazy West
Oh, look at that. Men in Black 2.
white and black. West Berlin, sexy West Berlin.
You know that movie? Men in Black 2.
The other place.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is where we would have come in.
This is
I don't have that many. I have like 8 pictures. 8 pictures though.
So we would have come in on this at
Yeah.
this station.
This was always when the city was divided. We had to think, here's the theater of the West. Look at the right. Evita of Evita Peron?
Oh yes,
Yeah, where does it say Evita?
No, they had it in
Oh, I
Norway.
see.
they had it there.
Look here, the stones are from the old synagogue. Here, Berliner Juden for Israel, Berlin Jews for Israel, and that's the memorial place. That's our communal center. Was a synagogue. It's a communal center.
Moment ist kürzer.
Yeah, with the trees in the way. Let's move up a little tiny bit.
That's it.
The trees blocking.
Okay.
That's zurück, ne?
No, could you move up a little bit?
Ein bisschen weg, ne?
No, just move up because the trees are
Kala.
blocking the words.
Cannot stand. We have
Okay,
policemen.
no, just keep going. I've almost got it. Okay, now I can get it.
And it is part of the
coffee shop.
nostalgia. Here you
For the love parade.
Yep.
That's going to be tomorrow.
Aren't you glad we didn't come tomorrow?
tomorrow the city would be $1.5 million would be
$1.5 million. Wow.
All those young people you see now, they came for the love parade already. You see here, they came from all over Germany.
It's just Germany, it's not all over Europe?
Some come also from abroad, but you see here, which was founded by a Jewish guy, 1907, Yandov. Look at the sculpturing.
Wow.
Looks like a pretzel.
Gorgeous. It does look like a pretzel.
And there we have an old train station, Wittenberg. And at the Wittenberg we have a memorial also with Treblinka and Auschwitz and so on. You see the memorial. Look, first to the right is the Kadeve, the upper floor with the dome is the delicatessen thing. It's something, but we don't have the time. And this is the Kadeve. It was 1907. The best department store of Germany. And look here, the sign of the Holocaust. Look here, left. Auschwitz, Majdanek, Treblinka, Theresienstadt. And this is the train station. Look here,
look at
the
that.
bears. Okay, the bears. And Wittenbergplatz, the fountains. Look here, the garden. And the Deutsche Bahn. It's really something with the higher
Anna said that you go up in that balloon. You said you go up in that balloon?
And this here, like the old Potsdamer Platz. Here I think is the Spielbank Casino and Marlene Dietrich Quarter and many restaurants and cafes. And the entire complex beneath are only parking lots. The entire complex.
Wow.
And here we have casino, Spielbank Berlin. Look here.
Tony Roma's still. We have that at home. Tony Roma's restaurant.
Yeah, we have also many American things.
So der Glockner von Notre Dame means...
It's already free. Parts of the wall, topography
There.
of Terror.
in the front of the clock
Checkpoint
tower.
Charlie, and we'll be at the Jewish wall.
It's about a
Yeah,
terror.
that's cool. Look here, they go on the bridge, and here was the Gestapo. Here was the Gestapo buildings. It's completely demolished. You can go down, you see some ruins, you see an exhibition of the Gestapo torture, and this was here, it's a part of the wall. And now we come to Checkpoint Charlie, which was...
Where will it be, on the left or the right?
And the Checkpoint Charlie would be on the right.
In the middle?
You couldn't go through, it was no man's land.
Oh, this was no man's land.
The
It was
road,
now the
the
road.
The road is now no man's.
No, it was. Now look at, you can see how the wall was
Look
built.
at the
Look
buildings
through.
there. It was east.
Oh, look at that.
So on the east, so this was the west to the right,
The wall was just
and this
marking.
is to the left was the
And our
east.
road was no man's land.
And
I mean,
below
the,
us
the road was not
are
normal. The road was a security
Gestapo.
of the
Security people, wow. There, I see.
soldier. These
Here,
are
could you
the
take a
U.S.
picture?
Army.
Could you get
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get it.
He can stand.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, he can turn there?
No,
Oh, okay, just so we get where it says U.S. Army checkpoint.
I can take a picture of you.
That's it.
Oh, we're gonna get out?
Yeah.
Oh, Gil, we're gonna get out.
You have to sit on both sides. How would you?
Let's just get over there first. You are entering, although this sign is good. You got the sign?
Oh, he didn't have it there. If anyone ever pulls you over hot,
I can take a picture of you here.
Where's the best place here?
You
Oh,
can
are they-
stand
oh
here.
wait, they're taking a picture of those people.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. I can.
he wants to take a picture of these people. Watch it.
I can take a picture. You are reading the American.
Yeah, because I made a mistake on film. I've only got like 5 pictures.
Okay, let's go to the museum. You have enough. Go there. Take a picture of you.
Okay.
Well, I'll have enough.
This is all the Jewish Museum
This is all
and
the
the new
Jewish
Liebeskind building. It's one integrated into the other. One integrated into the other. There are symbolizing
Oh, like the Star of David.
6 million Arab Jews, and then on them nothing is exhibited. And here we enter, it's like over the entrance, and then we have the Tower of Holocaust. And you look here,
It's like off balance.
It's,
you know,
it's
not
on
level.
purpose.
To keep you off balance.
And
This is
here we come to the Tower of Silence. It has a beautiful echo. You feel isolated. Come to the wall. Wow. You have this opening at night. You can hear the voices. And you can there's even the leather.
this is the Holocaust Tower.
You're isolated. Called Tower of
Tower of Holocaust.
Yeah. Yeah. In the winter, when it's cold, it's dark, it's scary. Did you
Get that on film? You should.